Ladies and gentlemen, you are now entering the Decent Christian Talk podcast. Enjoy.
Decent Christian Talk, episode number 66. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Gabe Jones. This is a show that's by the fans, for the fans, and this is the end of Season 2 for the DCT podcast. That's hard to believe that Season 2 is already coming to an end, but we've got a great show for you today. We have our annual Creation Fest preview, and this year we'll be doing it with a band called Bread of Stone. Bread of Stone has kind of been, for lack of a better term, the house band at Creation the last few years. They've done a lot of shows there over the last couple years, and we got to chat with them at last year's festival, and we thought, hey, that'd be a perfect way to preview this year's festival, to play last year's interview with the band that we've not gotten to play yet. So that's exciting. Those guys are really cool. But before we head into any of that, we got to talk about our Patreon page. Hey guys, with 2 seasons under our belt here at the DCT podcast, one thing we have found out, unfortunately, is it does cost money to keep these things on the air. But with your support, that has really helped us keep us going. And as low as $1 a month, you can join our team on patreon.com/decentchristiantalk. And there's all kinds of things that we're going to be doing the rest of this year, heading into Season 3. We might be doing some bonus shows for you that pledge. We'll definitely be giving some of you shout-outs that do pledge in Season 3, and we just really hope that you'll join us going into Season 3. We just really greatly appreciate your support, and we also greatly appreciate those that already support us. And if you don't want to do the kind of monthly pledge thing, you can also go to our website, decentchristiantalk.com. Head over to the right-hand side of the website. There's a donate button there, and you could give us a one-time donation through PayPal. All the money, people have asked me, where does that money go? When you have websites that are hosted and you have podcasts that are hosted online, it's kind of like these companies charge you pretty much like rent. It would be like if you had an apartment and you were paying rent to live there. We're paying rent to live on the internet, pretty much. That's just how it is, and that's why we need help keeping the show on the air. But once again, thank you guys so much for helping us. We really love doing this for you guys, and this is so much fun for us to make that for you. But yeah, we're gonna head right into the interview. This is a band called Bread of Stone. Once again, they've kind of been the house band for Creation Festival the last few years, and these guys are really fun to talk with. They're from Indonesia, and this is an interview my brother Josiah did, and he did a great job as always. Without further ado, here's our interview with Bread of Stone.
All right, hit that horn, babe. Let's dance.
Everything is makeshift. I wanna live more permanent. I wanna live more.
So, Creation Festival or Bread of Stone Festival, you guys have played here maybe everywhere. 10 times this week, and you still don't have sound over on the Fringe stage this year, or?
Yeah. So, my brother and I, lead singer Ben, and my name is Bill. I know we're recording this, but we own a production company as well. So this year, we've been taking care of the past 3 years, I believe. We've been taking care of all the production needs at Creation. So we were able to, from the Fringe, from all the little stages, the wood stages and the acoustic stage, sometimes we'll bring in like other people to kind of help out and stuff like that. But yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see the behind the scenes. And she was talking earlier about just like the close-knit family at the Fringe stage, and like the close-knit family. What's your favorite stage?
Oh, man. You can't pick.
That's not
we just
fair,
love
man.
the
That's
people because it doesn't matter if it's main stage hands or if it's fringe stage hands. Oh, I mean, this is a very family feeling kind of event. But it doesn't matter which stage they're at, they will help us. We have fringe people following us over to main to grab stuff. We have main following us over to fringe help us out. Like, it's...
we're bridging
awesome.
the gap.
We're bridging the
between
gap. We're
main and
bringing
fringe.
in, you know,
No, I'm
we
just
did
kidding.
that the other night.
No, I think the part of that is what you were saying was just that when we first were coming here, we were helping out. You know, we weren't that big. We couldn't do the whole thing at that time, but we were helping out with the fringe and the HM. We were here when it was the HM stage. Remember? Were you guys?
Yeah, I've been here for a while.
Yeah, so there's the HM and then the fringe. So now they're like
They put them all
in
together.
one. Yeah. So we did that, and so we just have known them longer because we've been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doing that stuff. But as far as the people, like, because we've been here for 7 years, I guess. We've been coming to Creation for 7 years, and so yeah. We just got to know everyone. It's like a big family reunion. When
Yeah,
you
so
get
you're part of the family now. Has Creation opened the door to other places, like, or you kind of own Creation now?
No,
So
we
you
don't own
conquered,
Creation.
We don't own
you
Creation.
beat this level, and now you Bowser's done. You got to go to Donkey Kong.
Oh,
Yeah, like so.
That's
that's
an idea.
awesome.
That's an idea there.
Yeah. So, what's your next conquest as far as
I think next is
The
Mario
DC
Kart.
Talk Cruise?
Mario
Like-
Kart, DC Talk Cruise,
yeah?
No, I think what's really cool is the partnership with us and Creation is they've just been introducing us to other music festival around, you know, and I mean, as a band, we've kind of pretty much hit all of them, you know, but I think they're just introducing us in a different, like a partnership level, and kind of just telling them, sharing with them like what we have done and stuff like that, you know, us in Creation, and so that's pretty cool. They it's not a one-way relationship with Creation. It's pretty much a family, and they want to invest in us as much as we invest in them, and that kind of thing, you know. So it's pretty cool, man.
I actually just came straight from a wedding. They were just talking about how it's family, and the guy that was getting married said how important it was for him to get married here with his family. So it was awesome. Shout out to Ted Katrinas, leader of Grounds Traffic. The guy's nuts. I love him.
Yeah.
So maybe shifting gears a little bit. My brother wrote down some questions here, and then he skipped town. But he mentioned you're Filipino. Is that
Indonesian.
Indonesian. Oh, I'm
Indonesian.
sorry. Rewind. Indonesian. So did you grow up in Indonesia?
Yeah.
Or, like,
So-
tell us how you got from Indonesia to Nashville, because they're a little different.
We're
Like,
not in Nashville either.
You're not in Nashville either? Well,
No.
my brother writes down stuff, and I know.
This is awesome.
It's Iowa. Indonesia.
Boom. This
Iowa.
guy.
I'm on the wrong page. I'm interviewing the wrong band. No, go ahead.
Yeah,
Iowa.
Remedy Drive. Yeah, no, I can talk to you about Remedy Drive. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding. No.
we just interviewed them.
So I'll do it this way. My dad is Indonesian,
Mhm.
full-blooded Chinese. My mom is Iranian. So it's pretty crazy, man. So when you mix us by blood, we're Chiranians.
Oh, it sounds
Right.
like a dog that you could like put in your
No,
pocket.
it's like a drink, bro.
Like
It's
a tea, like a chai tea.
like you can
Chiranian.
enjoy.
In a straw or without a straw?
No,
Hot
no
or
straw.
cold?
No
No straws?
Hot.
No, sweet.
Sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
With a little kick.
Yeah, yes. Now we're talking.
Yeah, there
let's
we go.
open up a
Little
restaurant.
spicy.
No, I'm kidding. I was born there. I was born in Indonesia and grew up about 10 years of our life there. But my brother's born in Sioux City. So when I was born to like a year and a half, we moved to Sioux City because my uncle's there.
Mm.
And then my brother was born. They lived here for a few years, and then we went back, and then, you know. So like our early childhood has been like till I was like 12 or 13 years old that we were in Indonesia.
Did you always want to do music? Like, was that the goal from the beginning, or?
No, exactly. Like, music came actually through my dad. We were sitting down like this eating dinner, and then he said, "Hey, I think the Lord wants you two boys to start a music ministry."
Wow.
And our family at the time, my dad's a minister, but at the time when we moved here to Sioux City, we owned a trucking company. So they started, my uncle and my dad started a trucking company. And then, so I was turning wrenches, man, you know, so music, we didn't have any, none of us are musically inclined, like, there's no generation, like, oh, my grandpa was, you know, nothing, like, and so it was completely out of the blue, and so when we heard that, my brother and I said, well, I guess we better start taking lessons, so we started taking
Or
guitar
find someone
lessons.
that does know how to play music.
Yeah. Yeah.
Years later.
Yeah. He's a young pup, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. When were you born?
The year you moved here, 92.
Oh, wow.
92. That's actually 92 is the year that in this very spot DC Talk landed a helicopter and went out on stage. So,
Are you serious?
Yeah,
Oh,
in this
that's awesome.
spot or somewhere in this general area.
Were you here then?
I was
So you were
2 years old.
So
I-
you didn't really.
I remember being scared because it woke me up. I was asleep up in the
Oh,
crowd.
so you had a terrifying experience.
Yeah, my little brother remembers all of it, and he wasn't even born yet. But if you ask Nathaniel, he was there, and he remembers the color of the helicopter. And but my little brother's an idiot, so
Oh.
he's not here, so we can talk about that.
I actually had a question for the drummers out there. I play drums too, and when you guys, I'd never heard you guys before, and when you came out, you just drew everybody in because of not theatrics, but you could see that you wore your heart on your sleeve while you're playing. So what I was wondering is, I know a lot of other drummers that are very self-conscious, and they don't even want to, like, they're good, but they won't get out and try to play with people. So if you could just like give a word of encouragement about like that kind
Or
of stuff.
any
'Cause
instrument
It's
for
not
that
easy
matter.
to be doing all that while you're actually giving a beat. And a lot
Man,
of it
I don't
is-
even know where that transformation took place for me, because I started playing drums when I was 4. Started playing in church when I was 11. And to that point, I had no performance whatsoever. I think I started learning how to twirl my sticks and drum at the same time, like, you know, get a rebound kind of thing, when I was like 16.
So
And
like
at
a
that point,
couple
I would
years
just
ago.
sit there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm 25 now. It's been like 9 years. You know, but I would just sit there, not have, I mean, just totally straight face, not even crack a smile. I didn't even think about it. You know, so I don't know what happened. Really, I think it was my senior year. My graduation gift from family and a bunch of church family sewed into me to invest me to go to Camp Electric, and I met a lot of people that I looked up to, and I just went there like a sponge, soaking it all up. The biggest advice I give, I mean, it's just follow in the Lord. I mean, really, because I can't explain. People's had me to try to give lessons, different things. I can't explain. I just do. I mean, it's just what God has given me, and I don't like know. Like, I had formal lessons like when I was 12 for a few months how to read music, but it was all just kind of Lord taught. Because I'm like, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
He speaks, you listen. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think just adding to what he's saying is just like, when you walk out there as a musician, and a lot of times, we met so many musicians in our lives, you know, and it's like a lot of times they just want to play. Isn't really a mission, isn't really a purpose, and there's a difference there when you're, because you're talking about wearing your heart on your sleeve and kind of just pouring that out from the first hit, you know, and I think just even you kind of know when a band takes on stage before they even play, you're like, there's something about that, right? And it's like they own that stage, and I think it's the heart, it's the purpose, is why are you doing what you're doing up there, and that goes with to Jason. I mean, when we were looking for a drummer, he completely bombed the audition. Actually.
That's terrible. It was bad.
but we saw his heart, man. Like you were saying, like we saw what you saw, and we were like, "That's the drummer we want."
right.
Because the technical stuff you can learn.
You can learn.
Yep.
You
But
can just
that-
play track over him.
Yeah.
Right.
So he's coming over here to put me in a headlock because it's time to go. But how do you keep in touch with Bread of Stone or hire them to do sound for your band?
Boom! This guy, man. No, Bread of Stone, breadofstone.com is the easiest way, and we're on all social media.
Yeah.
At Bread of Stone or whatever.
Snapchat,
Snapchat.
Instagram.
We don't have Snapchat. We do have
General-
Instagram.
You said all social
interwebs.
media, so
Oh,
Wow.
dude.
by the time this is released,
All encompassing.
There will be.
Bread of
We'll
Stone,
leave it there, Tumblr.
Snapchat,
We'll
We
be
do have all
online.
those.
Kick.
MySpace.
No.
So thank you guys very much for your time.
Thank you.
Keep on standing strong. Raise up your voices now.
that was our interview with Bread of Stone. I really like to thank those guys for hanging out with us. That's for the second year in a row. We've gotten to chat with them at Creation Festival. Hey, like I said, this is the Creation Festival preview for 2018. Hey guys, I don't know if some of you are headed out there. If you're in the area, definitely stop on by. There's a lot of great artists there this year. Bethel, Hawk Nelson, Toby Mac, Mandisa, Holland, KB, Cannon, Death Therapy, Project 86, Danger Scene, a lot of great artists that we've had on this show before. Jeremy Camp, Disciple, For King and Country, Glasslands, Ashes Remain, Hillsong Young and Free. Just a lot of great artists from all kinds of genres. Really pretty much something for everyone there, for all ages as well. And it's something that my family has done for many years. It's something that I believe in, and it's exciting to see how, just kind of over the years, the Creation family and what that means to everybody that has been there for many years. When you talk about your Creation family, it's kind of, a lot of kids grew up in the church camp environment, and for me, my church camp was Creation, and I might be biased, but I think Creation blew church camp way out of the water. But yeah, I'm really excited about this year. Me and my brothers will be headed out there again, and as well as our family, and it's really exciting to go out there and hang out with our family. Like I said, this is a preview show, so what would a preview show be without music? How we do this? Head over to Spotify, search DCT Podcast, and check out our playlist for Creation 2018. You can check that out right now. It's there for you to follow. Download it, listen to it on the way to the festival. It's got pretty much every single artist that's playing there. If there's artists on there you haven't heard, something tickles your ears, you can always check them out further. That's how great Spotify is. But yeah, check us out there again. Go to Spotify, search DCT Podcast, and check out our Creation 2018 playlist. Just a great preview for you as you head on to the festival. For those of you that are going there, if you see us there, we'll be hanging out in the press area to stage right. And if you see us there, make sure you stop by and say hi. We've gotten to meet a lot of people over the years, and that's one of the most fun parts of doing this podcast. And stop on by and say hello. We will be posting the link to that Spotify playlist in the iTunes link and on YouTube and all the other places that we post. We do post on YouTube. We do post on SoundCloud. We do post on iTunes and Google Play, for those of you that don't know. And of course, all of our posts are on decentchristiantalk.com, that website that we mentioned earlier where you can donate. You can also give us your email address there, and for completely free, we will send you an email every single time we post a podcast. You will really want to do this because Season 3 is on the horizon for the DCT podcast, and we have got a lot of great plans for you. We've got a lot of great artists from the past and present. Speaking of the past, I should mention all the great artists from the past, since this is the 40th anniversary of Creation. Randy Stonehill, Petra, Burlap the Cashmere, Project 86, a lot of artists that have been around a long time are coming to join Creation to celebrate the 40th anniversary. Toby Mac, another guy that's been around, I'm not going to say how old he is, but he's been around a while. He's been to a lot of festivals, it's going to be great to hang with him and see his show, especially since he's got a record coming out soon. For King of Country, you know, those guys grew up in the music industry with their sister Rebecca St. James, and they went to a lot of festivals with her when they were very young. So that you know, there's a lot of artists. I'm not going to mention them all that have been around a while, but that's one of the most fun parts of creation is getting to celebrate with them. Going down the ropes, our Twitter account is DC Talk Act 2. That's DC Talk Act in the number 2. Our Instagram, DC Talk Podcast, and our Snapchat, DCT Podcast. Those are 2 accounts that you are definitely going to want to follow. Next week, as we are at Creation, we will be posting on those accounts all week long. Once again, that's DC Talk Podcast on Instagram, DCT Podcast on Snapchat. We'll be having so much fun with those accounts. Maybe we'll even do a live interview. We'll see how the internet is going on there. You just never know about those things. But, yeah, Season 2 is over. It's in the books. If you are brand new to the DCT podcast, you can always go down to decentchristiantalk.com and check out all our archived podcasts on there. And stay tuned for Season 3. We're very excited about it. Hey guys, we will catch you next time. Peace.
Don't forget to tip your waiters and waitresses. Thanks.